This guy's invited. He's been there before. Let's go to San Antonio. Gino, what's up? How you doing?
Man, getting a hard line might be the biggest disqualifier ever. Not since Neo has a group of people had to fight so hard to get a landline. I actually don't even have a landline, and both my grandparents are dead, so I can't count on them for a landline either. That's actually a pretty interesting qualifier from now on. I loved hearing JT the Brick earlier talk about how it's ironic during Smack Off Week that there's no sports, and I don't really think it's ironic so much as appropriate. Nobody was going to talk about sports anyway. But I actually wanted to talk about Ashwood and the power of the jungle and Ashwood back in the day. Not that the jungle isn't so powerful now, but of course the great Silverback is no longer with us. But way back in the day, just on the strength of finishing on the podium during the Smack Off, Andrew Ashwood offered me a job on WOAI radio, the 50,000-watt blowtorch, having no experience on radio other than the Jim Rome show. I won't say whose job I was going to take, but you used to call him Wiggles Pud, and he actually offered me that guy's job. I turned it down. I think about that all the time, whether or not that was the right call. But that just shows the power of the jungle and the Smack Off. One good phone call can change your life. Rome, I will be listening on Friday. Love your show. Love you always.
Mutual respect, Gino. I love you too. All right, so Gino, that's a great call. That's a really good call. Rackham. He said he'll be listening on Friday, which I take to mean he will not be calling on Friday, which is okay. Gino makes it better. Gino is one of the best callers in the history of this show. And for those of you who do not know, I mentioned Andrew Ashwood. He mentioned him. It came up when I had the conversation with JT the Brick. Yes, JT the Brick made his first appearance in 25 years on the show. He made his first appearance since winning the inaugural Smack Off. And we had a great Q&A in hour number one. We talked about Andrew Ashwood. Andrew Ashwood was the PD at WOAI in San Antonio, among other stations. WOAI was a 50,000-watt blowtorch. It was a behemoth. Big time radio station. And I remember when I hit that market for the first time, again, that's where the corporate headquarters were. So for Andrew Ashwood to offer Gino a talk show on that radio station when he had no radio experience on the strength of the Smack Off alone is absolutely incredible. Gino said, I've often thought about whether or not I made the right choice. You know, woulda, coulda, shoulda. You probably did, Gino. You've had a great life, great career of your own. You wonder, what if Gino had taken him up on that? Would he have run a parallel path with JT the Brick? Hell, man, Gino could have taken all of our jobs. Who knows, right? This is what I mean about that Smack Off. And it's still going on. JT the Brick. JT the Brick's had an amazing career, and not because of the Smack Off, but at least in part, right? That was a great jumping off point. Gino said it himself. He was offered a show on a 50,000-watt radio station for being on the podium, for not even winning. I'm telling you, it could change your life. It has changed lives. It is the Smack Off. It's for the best of the best. Hey, Gino, think about it. I know how you are, Gino. I know you might wake up morning of, guys who are working it. I know you might wake up morning of and decide, you know what? I think I do want to do this. Gino, you're always welcome. If you want to be a part of this thing on Friday as a caller, you know you're welcome. At Hitman.